My name is Dr. Barbara Shannon, and I'm the Director of STEM Education for Synergies Academy. Today I'm going to take you through a day in my life since COVID-19 and we've been restricted to home. I usually start my morning with a walk, and I'll be doing that in just a minute, which means I'll be putting on this beautiful little mask. And then when I get back, I'm going to take you through some of the activities that I've been doing, which involves a lot of finding resources for my teachers and just playing around with some of the toys that I haven't had time to play around with. So I'll catch up with you in just a minute. My walk is going to take me up toward those hills, and then we'll either turn left or right and walk toward the canyon. I'm back from my walk now. And I just want to walk over here and show you the garden that we have. We decided with everything going on here that we would just make our own vegetables because we were buying fresh vegetables and eating a lot of them. So the tomatoes are really coming out really well here, as you can see. And then over here we have some lettuce. We were able to make a couple of salads with it. We even have a pepper that's coming up here, and in the backyard we have our cilantro and our other spices, and we have some peas. I want to introduce you to my friend Mechanoid. We bought him about 5 years ago. I liked him. They had a taller one. I wanted to introduce the students to a robot, so that's why I got him something really simple. I didn't realize how simple he was because you couldn't change any commands, but he does some real cute things, so I'm going to show you. So I'm going to turn him on.
Say my name. Mechanoid.
Mechanoid.
At your service.
Introduce yourself.
Konnichiwa. Hola, amigo. Bonjour. Namaste. Translation. Hello. I am Mechanoid G15. Please tell me your name.
I am Barbara.
Barbara. What is your relationship to Mr. Shannon? Say friend, family, or other?
Other.
Understandable. Human relationships can be hard to define. Exiting to main menu.
Motion control.
Motion control.
Kung fu.
Observe. Crouching tiger.
Exercise. One of the other projects that I've been working on during COVID is I got an Optican because I realized that some of the photos that are in the books and even online, I wanted the students to be able to see more realistic photos, so I wanted to take an actual picture myself. So it works great with the microscope, but in order to use the dissecting scope, I have to do a little bit of engineering here, which, you know, I didn't do a whole design process. I just figured, well, duct tape works for a lot of things. Let's see if it can work for this. So what I've done is I've put some duct tape on here, and now I'm going to screw the camera back on. And with that, I'm hoping after I plug it in, I'm going to be able to get an image. I'm going to take a picture of it, and the nice thing about the camera is the fact that I can actually magnify it as I go. Okay, it looks like my tape job worked, and my camera's all ready to go. I've got a piece of wood that we brought back, a shaving that we brought back from Finland when we went this summer to work with teachers there. They have such an amazing school system over there. So this Optican helps me in several ways. I can either take videos, in this case this is a still so I won't, or I can just take a picture. And then the nice thing about the pictures, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is to me they're so much more alive than some of the things that you can see in books or even online, even though that's alive too. So this gives me the ability of taking a photo. I can also enlarge it right here so the students can see it better. And I can also project this at the same time. So this is a little bit easier than using the document camera to me, so I'm really glad that I was able to get this summer. So we've been playing around with this. The first time I've used a dissecting scope, we did some real great blood slides using the microscope. This is what this particular piece of wood looks like, and I can also snap some grid lines on here. So if we wanted to count the different spaces, let's see if I can do that really quick. I'm still learning. I can snap the grid lines on there. It's right now in pixels. I can change it to micrometers, and then we can actually measure little pieces in there if we wanted to. This is a photo of a red blood cell smear. And on this one, there's no sickle cells, but I do have others. But I wanted the students to take a look at the white cells, the segs that are on here. And I think this was a pretty good representative, and this is so much better than them trying to see it under the microscope, even though I still have them look under the microscope, but I use this in order for them to be able to see what they're looking for. So my next big goal is to do some 3D printing. A couple of years ago, we put together this little Bookito, which is a relatively simple printer. The nice thing about it is you can carry it around, it's real portable. And this coming fall in the class that I'm teaching, I'm going to be teaching the students probably either Tinkercad, SketchUp, or Autodesk, and then they're going to be figuring out ways to make devices to help persons who have heart problems. And so I'm looking forward to that. We also get to use a bio printer, but it was too big. I couldn't bring it home to tinker with, so it's going to have to wait until I go back to school. So for all you ladies listening to this, STEM is really a powerful field. There's just so many things you can do. Behind me too is the Oculus Go that I'm going to be using to show some VR in my class. There's a lot of neat programs out, and virtual reality is the new and upcoming thing. Last but not least, I want to tell you about a fantastic opportunity through Technovation Girls, where you do some coding, you find a problem or an issue in your community, you build an app for it, and then you compete with other girls throughout the world. So there's just a lot of things, and ladies, don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do it, because if it's in your mind and you think about it, it can be done, and nobody has any right to say you can't do it, and just get out there and do it. Thank you.